Welcome back. All right, dual purpose video tonight before I turn in for the night. I went out, wife and I went out, we did some shopping tonight. I just got a little bit of just a break before the 15 game day tomorrow. And I thought something's going to happen. Now, I didn't know if it was going to be a trade. I didn't know if there was going to be something big that happened, but I know when I leave the house, well, tonight we had a first, and it happens in the Pittsburgh-Buffalo game. So let's go ahead and get into the review portion of this video, and then we'll get the news done after. But there's some news in this review video anyways. So it's Pittsburgh and Buffalo, Nedeljkovic versus Luukkonen, and 15 minutes and 16 seconds into the first period on a power play, Owen Power opens the scoring for Buffalo. Benson and Byram with the assists. So it's 1-0 Buffalo after the first. Second period, 1:41 in, also on a power play. Raquel scores from Rust and Grzelcyk. Then at 2:08, so 27 seconds later, Beauvillier gives Pittsburgh the lead from Cody Glass. At 11:43, another power play marker. Cody Glass gets the goal, this time from Tomasito and Nedeljkovic, which is important. Keep that in mind. It is 3-1 Pittsburgh after 2. Third period, power play goal again at 1:09. It's Rust from Grzelcyk and Bunting. So it's 4-1 in favor of Pittsburgh. So the penalty kill tonight for Buffalo let them down a little bit. But then at 14:46, Benson gets Buffalo a little bit closer. He gets a goal to go with his assist from earlier in the night. Thompson and Tuck with the assists. And Buffalo had a ton of shots in that third period, so they pull the goalie. And at 17:18, it is a goaltender that gets the goal. Alex Nedeljkovic. Nedeljkovic gets the goal. It is Alex Nedeljkovic. That's right. Because I was like, well, it's Ned. No, Ned's the last name. Anyways, long day. So 5-2 win for the Pittsburgh Penguins. They go to 19-20-8 with the win. With the loss, Buffalo 17-23-5. The story stays the same for Buffalo. They're winning games here and there, yes, but they're not winning the way that they need to if they're really and truly going to get back in the hunt. They have to go on a nice long winning streak, and it just doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Now, your three stars, the first star is obviously going to be Nedeljkovic. He now has a goal in the National Hockey League to go with a goal in the AHL and the ECHL as well. First goalie to have a goal in all three leagues. He also is the first National Hockey League goaltender to have a goal and an assist in the same game. So there you go. He's hotter than some of the other players in the NHL right now that we've been talking about a lot. So your three stars are Nedeljkovic, Glass, and Benson. Nice to see Cody Glass have a good game with the goal and an assist. Hope he keeps that up. Shots on net, 10-6 Buffalo in the first, 13-10 Buffalo in the second, 19-3 Buffalo in the third. Two of the three shots Pittsburgh had went in the net, including the empty netter. Final shots 42-19 for Buffalo. So they did everything except win. Power plays, that's where it hurts. Pittsburgh 3 for 4, Buffalo 1 for 5. The hits 21-19 Pittsburgh. Nedeljkovic saves 40 out of 42. So he was really good at saving the puck and getting the puck in the other net. Luukkonen saves 14 out of 18. So pretty impressive night for Pittsburgh. We'll see if they can get things going. Ned's a good goaltender, so honestly, hopefully he can, get on a bit of a roll himself. The other game tonight was Vegas in Carolina against the Hurricanes. It was Hill versus Tsyplakov. There was no scoring in the first period. Second period, the teams exchanged goals. Hurdle scores first for Vegas at 4:22 from Pietrangelo and Olofsson, but Carolina answers at 11:57. It's Jarvis from Martinook and Slavin. So it makes it 1-1 after the second period. In the third period, 46 seconds in, Jackson Blake scores, so he's definitely heating up again. Svechnikov and Orlov with the assists makes it 2-1 for Carolina, their first lead of the game. And then Seth Jarvis gets the second goal of the game. Stahl and Martinook with the assists at 6:09. It's a 3-1 lead. Vegas then gets power play and score on it at 9:52. Shea Theodore from Dorofeev and Eichel. But that is as close as Vegas would get. They had their chances in the third period, could not get a goal closer. Your final score is 3-2 for Carolina. Vegas drops to 29-13-3 with the loss. They have an exact tie now in record with the Edmonton Oilers, but they have 4 more regulation wins than Edmonton, so they are first place. Carolina 27-16-3 with the win. Three stars are Jarvis, Tsyplakov, and Blake. Shots on net, 13-7 Vegas in the first, 13-8 Carolina in the second, 10-8 Vegas in the third. Final shots are 31-28 for the Golden Knights. Power plays, Vegas 1 for 3. Carolina 0 for 4. The hits 19-18 for Vegas. Hill saves 25 out of 28. Tsyplakov, good night for him. 29 saves on 31 shots. And this is potentially a big one for Carolina. We've been looking for a little bit of consistency. Maybe this is a game that'll really spark them to some better results going forward. All right, let us go ahead now and jump into the news portion. And again, Nedeljkovic, a goal and an assist. He now has goals at 3 different levels of pro hockey. Not bad. So Tsyplakov was suspended for 3 games. As I said again, I said it last night, the angles they showed, it looked shoulder to shoulder because it was from the side. Now, the angles they showed in the video where they talked about the suspension today, completely different angles than what I saw in that game last night. And yeah, clearly a head hit. Because he picks the head, he gets 3 games here. So Tsyplakov will be out for the next few for the New York Islanders. John Klingberg does sign with the Edmonton Oilers. It's a $1 million deal plus a $350,000 signing bonus. Because he signs mid-season, the cap hit's actually higher. That signing bonus, being signed mid-season, draws that higher. It ends up being a cap hit of $1.74 million for Klingberg, but I'm sure that all the capologists in Edmonton would have had that all figured out, and it would fit perfectly under the salary cap for them. So for Klingberg, this is a chance for him to show he can still play, and he gets a chance to potentially go for a Stanley Cup in Edmonton as well. As I said, they are tied with Vegas atop the division, so we shall see. But yeah, so all the best to Klingberg in Edmonton. Also, I wanted to mention this. Evgeny Malkin, the 3 Stanley Cup rings that were missing were found inside his residence. It makes me wonder if whoever burglarized his home, and that is the word that we use in North America, burglarized, because I saw people asking that question too. We don't say burgled. Burgled just sounds dirty. He was burgled. Oh, that's very unpleasant. Anyways, Malkin's cup rings were found inside the home, meaning that to me maybe they were in the midst of doing their theft and realized we shouldn't take these. I did see people saying, well, they could melt them down. Yeah, but still, I'm glad Malkin's rings were found. He also thanked the police for their help and in finding the people who have broke into his home. So hopefully the rest of his items are returned as well. Or at the very least located. I'm not saying the rings were that they broke into his house to return the rings. Maybe, right? Anyways, yeah, so glad those were found. Washington, pretty impressive what they did today. The Capitals posting a video showing Ovechkin's goals against all 179 goaltenders. I did mention that in the review last night, that Ovechkin scored on his 179th goaltender, which broke an NHL record. So, yeah, Ovechkin, pretty amazing run that he's had, and he now sits, 21 goals away from being the all-time goal-scoring leader. So we're going to get there. I don't know if it'll be this season, but we're going to get there. And it was amazing to see them put together this video. It's over 25 minutes long. It shows goals against every single goaltender. So impressive they were able to put that together, and good for them. Brock Besser talked to about the Vancouver Canucks, and of course the Canucks having some struggles, right? Besser wants to be part of the solution. And I have no reason to think that he doesn't want to be part of the solution. I know he likes playing in Vancouver. He also said that, he has some of his best buddies in Vancouver and he wants to work with them in order to make this better. But he's also being realistic in saying that Vancouver could trade him because he understands he's a pending unrestricted free agent. The fact that he's saying they could trade him makes me think so they haven't even sat down to have negotiations with him, because my brain starts going there, right? But Besser is also admitting, too, that he hasn't played his absolute best this year and that he could be doing more in order to help them. So members of the team are saying all the right things. We'll see if they can get things going. Tomorrow night's game against Edmonton is huge. If they get destroyed by Edmonton, there's going to be a lot of press jumping on that. They did rally last Saturday for that win against Toronto. They're going to need an effort like that and then some to beat an Edmonton team that has been red hot over the last few weeks. So maybe Besser gets a goal tomorrow. We shall see. But either way, tomorrow's a 15-game day. So very busy day for me. I hope you guys have a good Saturday. And I hope you've had a good Friday night as well. It was kind of nice to get out tonight and do a little bit of shopping and just, be out of the house for a bit. I do stay here and watch hockey games for about 6 months of the year every day. So it is nice to occasionally get a break. So I do afford myself those. I didn't used to. A few years back, there was like, no, there's hockey. I can't go out. But now I realize that it's important that I get little breaks here and there. Because if I don't refuel and keep my energy level high, you guys will be all in the comments about it. So anyways, thank you guys so much for all your support. I did see a couple of subscribers while I was out in the wild today, and they come over and said hi. And as I always say, if you see me out in public, absolutely, come on over and say hi, whether it's here, whether it's down in California next month. just come on over and say hi. No harm in that at all. And yeah, I do greatly appreciate that. So thank you guys so much for all your support as always. If you haven't already hit like and subscribe, please do. Thanks for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.